Eric Darling here with Darling Data, and in today's video we're going to do a quick little trick with GroupBy. The reason it's a quick video is because this is getting published on a Friday, and golly and gosh, I don't want to keep you anywhere waiting on a Friday. You should be gallivanting off to have a great weekend. So this is just a cool little trick. This is not going to be deep fundamental internal stuff about GroupBy and grouping tables and all the other stuff that's in this session, module, whatever you want to call it. Of course, this is part of the companion material to Kendra Little and I's precons for Past Data Summit. If you are coming to the precons, you will get free access to this material since it's companion material to the precons. If you are not coming, you can get it for the pre-sale price of $250 US. That will be going up to $500 when the course is fully published. So get in while the getting's good, as they say. Eat while the chicken's hot, or something. Smoky beans. Anyway, what was I going to say? Oh yeah, GroupBy, fun stuff. So like one of my annoyances with GroupBy, at least in SQL Server, is how messy queries can get once you start like grouping by some expression, right? Like once you like start writing things out, you're like, I gotta write this over and over again. Gosh almighty. Like even if you're like really good at copying and pasting, it gets very irritating. And some code completion tools, I'm not going to name any names, have some issues in this area. So this is what a typical very, I had to type too much query to do this GroupBy thing looks like, where we're getting the date part for creation date, and then when the GroupBy, we got to do this. Now Oracle actually recently brought out some improvement to their SQL dialect, where you can actually reference aliased columns in the GroupBy, which I think is fantastic. T-SQL should have such a thing. SQL Server 2025, where are you at, buddy? Now, of course, you can, because if you've been paying attention to my videos and the logical query processing stuff, you could actually reference them in the OrderBy. That would be okay. So like if we look at this query down here, like we have some squiggles in the GroupBy, like the GroupBy is not going to work, but the OrderBy is totally kosher. Like this part's fine. But if we try to run this, the SQL Server is going to be like, I don't know, like who are these columns? I've never heard of them. Where did they come from? From whence did they came? Which is annoying to me. And this is probably one of the most frequent things that you will hear said about T-SQL. Don't worry, there's a workaround. Because it's never just a straightforward way of like, hey, we can just do this. It's always, there's a workaround. Like another one, something else to memorize. And that is, of course, using the cross-apply with values construct clause thing, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to use cross-apply in here. And in cross-apply, we are going to say values. And within those values, we are going to get the two expressions that we care about, creation date, year and quarter, right? There's year, there's quarter. Sorry, it's very pink on here today. And then we are going to alias those columns coming out of the cross-apply is creation year and creation quarter. And of course, now we can run this query with absolutely no problems. And I like, assuming that you can cope with a little cross-apply diversion in your query like this, I do find that this makes the code much sort of cleaner and easier to deal with. And you don't have to write any goofy common table expressions and get into arguments with LinkedIn on people about how goofy common table expressions are. And they don't actually make queries more readable, because who has time for that? Not me. Anyway, that's my quick video today. Like I said, this is going out, well, this is Friday now for you. So please do have a great weekend. Please do drive safely. Even if you're not drinking, drive safely. Not drinking is no excuse to drive worse. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. I hope you learned something. And remember that this is the pre-sale thing for the course down here. So if you're enjoying this at all, imagine if you had like a couple days worth of T-SQL content like this to watch and learn from. It might be pretty good, right? It's a whole lot better than reading some stiff book or some terrible documentation, or just not knowing what you're doing and hoping that there's a Stack Overflow answer for you, or hoping that the LLM was right, because who Woo-wee. You got a lot of hoping to do there. Anyway, thank you for watching. Goodbye.